Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Uribe. Today I'm going to tell you how to cut the cord. That cord is the cord between you and your cable company. I'm going to have you switch from your cable company to streaming services as your primary source of television needs. Now, what if I told you I could save you $1,500 over a 24-month period? Everybody'd say, yeah, right? You know, everybody wants more money. Well, you don't need your cable. You just don't. You probably already use one of the streaming services that I'm about to mention. Anyway, so how many of you use Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, CBS, CW, HBO, etc.? Some of you would have raised your hand and said yes to at least one of those services, statistically speaking anyway. Hulu, according to CNN.com, has over 12 million subscribers worldwide, which is nothing compared to Netflix's 89 million subscribers worldwide, according to USAtoday.com. So statistically speaking, you're probably using one of those already. Today, I want to show you, or talk to you, give you a brief explanation of what's available and how you can get that to your television. And then I'm going to show you a cost breakdown of my local area for internet and streaming services versus cable. Now, some of you might still be using your cable. These are the local providers in my area: Spectrum Internet, which is Time Warner Cable, Dish, and DirecTV. So when I do my cost breakdown in a little while, when I show you my cost breakdown, you'll see these as the primary sources of cable. Now, the numbers that I've pulled today are accurate for today. It's the local special for new customers, but they might be different in your local area. So you need to go on and check. As I said before, there is a plethora of online available streaming content. There's never been more available content than there is today. Now, a decade ago, switching from your cable company to streaming services alone was not feasible. One, you didn't have the necessary internet capability around the nation in order to stream from every household. And then you didn't have the available content that would have made it appealing to switch from your cable provider, which provided more content at that time, to streaming services. Now, only about 13% of Americans don't have internet or don't utilize the internet. But if you're not one of those 13%, you probably have home internet, or at least internet on your phone, which could provide a hotspot for your home. Well, there are two ways you can get this stuff. You can get streaming services to your television. Either you have a television that has smart TV capability, so it has the ability to connect to a local area network with the internet, and then pull down those applications so you can stream. Or you have a TV with an HDMI port that you can connect one of these devices I have on the screen or others in order to pull down the applications to those devices and then stream your content to those. If you are in the second situation, you could buy one of these on the screen. This isn't the only available options, but these are the ones that I'm familiar with. We've got an Amazon Fire Stick, your Apple TV, Roku, or Slingbox. Now, any one of those devices can be powered by an outlet and then plug into your HDMI port, and you'll be good to go for streaming. Now, if you're like one of the 87% of Americans today that have internet, you might have internet in your home versus your cell phone alone. For me, we have AT&T Uverse, Google Fiber, and Spectrum Internet here locally. Google Fiber's not here yet, but it will be. Now, for a cost breakdown, in my opinion, the primary reason to switch from cable to streaming services is the cost. You're going to save money and not sacrifice a whole lot of content. Now, when I did this cost breakdown today, I looked up the three providers I mentioned earlier: Spectrum, Dish, and DirecTV, pulled their local packages for you to see today. Now, Spectrum Internet here in my local area costs $90 a month. For the first 12 months, that is. Like most internet or cable providers, your internet cable will increase at the 12th month. It's a promotional offer, and then you move to the standard pricing rate after the 12th month, so from the 13th to the 24th month. For Spectrum Internet, as you can see here in the blue line, it's $90 up until the 12th month, in which it becomes $110. There are no fees, no cancellation or activation fees with this service. For Dish, my local area, it costs $70 a month for the first 12 months. It does indicate that there's an increase, but I could not get an accurate reading on what that might be without having provided more information to that provider. And I didn't want them calling me, so my best estimate based on the other two providers is there's a 15% increase in cost, which is what I use to calculate. DirecTV in my local area, number 3 as far as providing cable, does not provide internet, so you would have to get a separate internet package from one of the other two providers or through the other internet providers that I mentioned earlier. But this service costs $85 for the first month, $50 for the first 12 months, and then $90 for the remaining 12 months in the 24-month period. What does all that mean? What does all that mean to you anyway, the cost breakdown? How do I get you $1,500 a month? Well, if you're in my local area and you pay for Time Warner Cable, or that's Spectrum Internet, and you get their best value package for their 150 channels and their internet at 100 megabits per second, which is their standard here now, it costs $2,400 in a 12-month period. Now, if you get internet by itself, which obviously costs more than a bundled into a package, it costs about $50 a month, and then you factor in the cost of just the streaming services, which are Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon, those are the ones I use, that costs about $30 a month. $25 if you're a student, because Amazon's half off if you're a student. So that's $840 over a 2-year period. That's a difference of $1,500. That's where you get your $1,500 at. So why would you stick with your cable company if you're going to have home internet anyway, right? That's an assumption, I know, but that's a good assumption. 87% of Americans have internet, according to pewresearch.com. And if you're one of those people, you're either going to have home internet or internet on your phone, which can provide a hotspot for your devices, right? We mentioned that earlier. So if you have internet anyway, and you're paying for cable, but you're also likely paying for Hulu, Netflix, or Amazon, or some other service, why would you continue to pay for cable? Some might say sports channels or a particular channel you watch. Well, there are services now that allow you to see those things without having to pay the full monthly cost. You can pay for certain packages for sports, or even Hulu.com now is offering a cable package. It's $39.99 a month. The original service is almost $10. So that's $30 a month for cable, and then $9.99 for their original service. So even there, you're saving from your cable company, right? So I challenge you to go back, look at what you're paying for right now with your cable company, and then see what's available through these streaming services. I guarantee you're going to find out that, one, you're going to save money, and two, you're not going to sacrifice you're not going to sacrifice services. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope I saved you $1,500.